What's up guys, thanks for watching. So I wanted to share a recipe with you guys today. It's a very simple, easy, and quick to make recipe. It's gonna be on creamy tomato soup. Only around 6 or 7 ingredients to get this recipe done. I'm also gonna show you a homemade recipe for croutons using some healthy bread and spices and stuff like that. So it's a simple, quick, and easy to make recipe. It's a soup from scratch, but it's not gonna be made the same way to alleviate some time constraints because what do we like? We like fast stuff. I'm trying to give you guys fast, healthy, plant-based foods that you guys could really benefit from. So that was the goal with this recipe, and that's why I wanted to share it with you guys. So if you are ready for kale tomato soup, please keep watching. So this recipe only calls for around 7 ingredients, guys. It's gonna be pretty simple. First up, we have a organic low sodium vegetable broth, also 2 14-ounce cans of no salt added organic diced tomatoes. Each one of these ingredients are organic as well. We have red pepper, kale, 2 garlic cloves, an onion, and then 2 carrots. Going to be using this to make the base of our soup, guys. Pretty simple. And now you are looking at the vehicle for my vegetable broth. That is right, I used a martini glass. You have to show vegetable broth the respect it deserves. And then move on to those diced tomatoes. I combined 2 14-ounce cans, no salt in these tomatoes. You guys could use crushed tomatoes, whole tomatoes, I mean, whatever you really want to use. But they ran me around $2 at my local supermarket. So it's something I think you guys should definitely use because it's a good thing to expedite the process of this soup. I'm not going to give you guys a recipe where you're going to have to sit over a stove for 2-3 hours and wait this thing out. I want these to be convenient and healthy recipes, and that's what this is, and that's what these canned tomatoes provide us. And keep in mind, we're not using dairy, we're not using any cream, we're not using any butter, we're not throwing any cheese in this. So you're not included kale in this recipe, so mine came out a little bit gritty. Nothing to worry about, but just something to keep in mind when you're making the raw mixture, because I don't want you guys to think it's going to come out like that. Once you throw it over heat and get it on the stove, it's going to loosen up that kale and all vegetables that we blended, and then you're going to throw in your spices and seasonings to create that texture and creaminess of a tomato soup that might have dairy in it, even though we're not using dairy for this recipe. That's the goal here. And the spices that I like to use to create that texture and taste for these tomato soups are as follows. Smoked paprika, really good, love smoked paprika in my soups. Onion powder, this is one of my favorite seasonings to use in any recipe I'm making. Himalayan crushed sea salt. We don't have much salt in this recipe yet, only from that vegetable broth, and that was low sodium too. So make sure you're throwing it in manually, just watch the amount that you use. Too much is never good. The sleeper, turmeric spice. This is something I've really included in a lot of recipes the last couple of years, and it's a natural muscle relaxer. There's just so many benefits of turmeric spice. If you guys don't know much about it, please take the time to research and check out those benefits. And then to finish it off, we have some dried Italian seasonings, just some thyme, oregano, parsley, and I'm throwing that in there, mixing it well, letting it sit there on medium to low heat for around 10 minutes. Have that oven ready to go at 350, and then make your croutons. This is that chance you get for that 10 minutes to get these in the oven and crisp them up so you could throw them on top of your soup as soon as the soup is ready. I want you guys to use a healthy version of bread for this recipe, but something that works really well for us and we've been using a lot of lately has been that 7-grain Ezekiel bread. It's the red label. Take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, drizzle it on top, throw on some garlic powder and onion powder. And then you don't want to use a shitload of olive oil. Obviously, you don't want to drench this thing in it. So throw a little bit on the cutting board and maybe put the other side of the bread in it just to get a little bit on the other side. Let that olive oil act as a glue for those seasonings, and then just stack them on top of each other and cut them into cubes. Throw them into the oven at 350 degrees, and they should take around 5 to 10 minutes to crisp up depending on how hot your oven is, and then we should be good to go. So that does it for this recipe, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys saw that process, made from scratch, convenient as far as the time goes. We eat soup so much in this house. I know it's not really normal to be blending your soups, but look how easy it was for me to make it. You literally just blend those ingredients, all those whole food vegetables, you throw it into a pot, cook that up, spice it up the way you want, get those croutons in the oven, and then you got yourself a hearty, healthy, plant-based, delicious meal. Please like and comment below on some other recipe videos you guys might want to see in the future. And for another video, my name is Brett Cap. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.